Alright everyone, the second greatest day of all time is here. We got some, well, not leaks, but just some early information about Tooru in All-Star Battle R. So what is exactly going on? Well, with All-Star Battle R's new update, Tooru and the Wonder of You are kind of available. We still have to wait until December 8th to buy Tooru, but if you bought the Season 2 pass early, you can play him on December 6th. Wait. That's tomorrow! Well, yeah, currently, people can fight the Wonder of You using the tournament feature of ASBR. You can get a chance to fight against him, which is pretty cool. And some people might be using more slimy methods, but who cares? We have data of a goat, and let's explore. The first thing I want to mention about Tooru is his alternate colors and just how amazing they look, especially compared to Toru's regular design. As I said in a previous video, I think Wonder of You's normal color stand is just okay in my opinion. I used to hate it alongside Toru's colors, but I've grown to like it. However, with the rest of the colors, once again, they also look amazing. I love the reference made to the Tooru volume cover with this one. It's the exact same red Tooru and orange Wonder of You used, and a lot of people agree that this is Toru's colors at his best. Well, for official colors at least. So it's great to see it being translated well in this new medium. I do think it's a bit washed out, but that's more so the art style of the game and just the fact that the lighting and not being front and center in a volume cover changes things up a bit. But either way, it's amazing. But in my personal opinion, I think alt number 3, at least I think it's number 3, is my personal favorite. I think it has slight inspiration from this colored artwork, and it looks really nice. Especially Wonder of You, who actually looks metallic here, like a robot. Yeah, all 4 of the colors are great. Well, at least 3 of the colors are great. And speaking of great, there are a couple of specific character interactions that I do want to highlight that I liked a lot. By character interactions, I mean special moves and stuff within the actual battles. One that I want to mention in particular that I'm sure many people already love and have seen is Joseph using his "and your next line is" move against Wonder of You. So what is the thing that Joseph predicts with the Wonder of You? Well, nothing. Wonder of You says nothing and confuses Joseph. The ultimate calamity for Joseph. His technique not working. And it's beautiful to see. Another one I like is what Wonder of You says for Josuke's, the part 4 Josuke, special to activate. He says, "Ha, is that hairstyle the result of some calamity?" And yeah, I think it would be an accurate thing to say. It's not like Wonder of You could have said nothing here since, well, Josuke has to activate his ability somehow. Also, I know this is a fighting game, so it doesn't really matter, but the idea that Josuke is so mad that he negates any calamity is a funny concept, even if it's not necessarily true. But you know something that is true? The fact that the 17.6% of my audience subscribed to my channel are very cool people, as cool as the voices we have for Wonder of You and Tooru. With these being the first time with Tooru and Wonder of You talking, we got brand new voices for these characters. Tooru is voiced by Nobunaga Shimazaki, who is known for many roles, a goated one being Yu-Gi-Oh from SAO. That's very fire. Wonder of You is voiced by Takayuki Sugo, who has been here in the voice acting scene for a very long time, obviously from an old man voice. And let's go. He voiced the goat Ryzen from Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, also if I mispronounced their names, I'm sorry, but I hope I didn't. So yeah, they voiced their characters amazingly, obviously. And yeah, I would say this is exactly how I imagined Tooru and Wonder of You talking. So these are some amazing choices to use for the voices for our beloved JoJolian villains. But these aren't the only parts to our JoJolian villain, now are they? Because remember, Tooru is in charge of a bunch of rock insects, and they are shown here in All-Star Battle R, but under new names. The Doo-Doo-Doo-Dee-Da-Da-Da and Obla-Dee-Obla-Da are now called the Doo-Doo-Doo-Dee-Da-Da-Da and Obla-Dee-Obla-Da. I mean, it is a bit strange, but at least they didn't change how the names are said. I mean, you still say dee-doo-doo-doo-dee-da-da-da and obla-dee-obla-da. There's just some flavor to the text now so they don't get copyrighted. But Yeah, quite the interesting change. Now for what could be considered the best part of Tooru being in a JoJo crossover game. His crossovers with other JoJo characters from other parts. There are a ton of new lines we get from Tooru when talking to other JoJo characters, and this video could be way longer than it needs to be, but I'll go over a few I like, aka I'll be going over some until I hit the 8-minute mark. I mean Kira. Yeah, Kira. So, Tooru has a ton of dialogue related to Yoshikage Kira, because Kira is a character who Tooru knew about pretty well. Well, Part 8 Kira, that is the best character in fiction. So yeah, a lot of the dialogue between these two is just Tooru referencing our favorite ship doctor, but there is one line that is absolutely perfect, incredible, and makes Tooru out to be one of the best characters of all time. It is a complete cook. After Tooru beats Kira, he says the line, "If you wanted a quiet life, all you had to do was not face me." Whoa, cinema. Absolute cinema. That line genuinely goes so hard. It really gives us the feeling of power. Tooru is him, and he is allowed to say something like that to another villain in JoJo. If you wanted a quiet life, all you had to do was not face me. That is absolutely amazing. Now, these next two characters give us a more humble side to Tooru. The first, and honestly more interesting of the two, is Yuya Fungami, the latest character introduced before Tooru. Unlike most characters, Tooru does show the fact that he is slightly intimidated by Yuya's ability, since in his own words, it's a pretty good counter to Wonder of You, and yeah, that makes sense. Highway Star pursues the user no matter what, something that does kind of counter everything that Wonder of You is about. It's pretty cool to see this interaction take place, since I don't think many people out there made this conclusion themselves, so it's pretty interesting. And similarly, we have to talk about what Tooru says about Johnny Joestar. It's mostly his mention of the spin, which is of course a reference to Go Beyond. Tooru shows some hesitancy in fighting Johnny due to Johnny knowing about the spin. Whether the same applies with Gyro or not, I'm not too sure because I haven't seen anything on that, but hey, we'll find out soon enough. Another main villain that Tooru got to interact with that intrigued me is Diavolo, particularly one of his victory lines. He says to Diavolo, "A gang leader, huh? Once I have the new Lokakuka, perhaps I should pose as someone like you." Now this is interesting because this might allude to some Tooru and Diavolo being counterpart type stuff, but I think this is just Tooru referencing another gang he was a part of previously. Oh, what? You're confused? Well, watch this video to find out what I'm talking about.